Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video I'm going to be covering Brandon Breyer, who could also be known as the star of the upcoming film Brightburn. Now, he'll make his first appearance in theaters on May 24th, 2019. And he's a somewhat new character that's the brainchild of producer James Gunn and his brothers, Mark and Brian Gunn. This intriguing character named Brandon takes some very notable cues from our beloved Superman, aka Kal-El, or Clark Kent. But as it seems, his mind will take a horrible turn for the worse. And this could easily be the documentation of an all-new supervillain, starring in his very own horror film. The storyline is interesting, and it seems to take cues from Marvel's What If line of comics, as well as DC Elseworlds, which both take familiar faces and put them in completely new scenarios. And although this film and character has no official affiliation with Warner Brothers or DC Comics, it's made very clear that this is a reworking of the origin story for the Man of Steel. As far as we can see, Brandon has developed all of the superpowers of a typical Kryptonian, having considerable superhuman strength, speed, durability, flight, and heat vision. And this is just what we know so far. It'd be interesting if they've thrown in some other abilities as well. And maybe even some weaknesses, kinda like kryptonite, but who knows. All we do know is that there was a childless couple, Mr. and Mrs. Breyer, that similar to the Kents of Superman lore, lived on a farm in Kansas. The Breyers actually owning a home in a town named Brightburn. The familiar story goes on, so far as a baby crash landing in a craft outside of their home. And naturally the couple took him in and raised him as their own. From what we can see, they raised him in a very loving and supportive home, particularly Mrs. Breyer. But as he got older, his quirks made other kids at school become cruel to him. And although little Clark Kent was able to make it through his young years without becoming a complete psychopath, the young alien Brandon seemed to have reached his breaking point. It seems as if his downward spiral was cemented when he crushed the hand of a girl that was instructed to help him up after he was pushed down. He had recognized just how powerful he really was, it even being shown that he tested his durability and strength by putting his hand in a spinning lawnmower blade, showing a devious smile when the blade was destroyed. All we know is at this point, Brandon embarks on a campaign to get back at all of the humans that have tormented him through his young life, seemingly terrorizing and then killing anyone who's had a grudge against him. Now, it has to be noted that unlike Superman, he seems to have no conscience at all. In one of the trailers, he's actually shown casually eating a snack while sitting at the crash site of an airplane that it's assumed he brought down, with no look of remorse or anything on his face. And although it seems that his mother keeps faith that there's good in him all the way to the very end, it doesn't seem very likely that he's gonna make a comeback from this. But what will be interesting is to see if the Gunn brothers go forward with this and grow this into its own unique universe. You know there has to be someone out there that can stop the young Brandon, because if not, the Earth is doomed. Now, due to his known powers and abilities, and his potential impact on comic books in general, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give young Brandon Breyer a rating of 7 for now, which is a master rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like and subscribe to The New Sage.